That battery in your electric car. Paid for in child labor. Here, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, thousands of men, women, and children toil in artisanal cobalt mines, digging out the very element that powers the green revolution. It's a cruel irony, Congo possesses one of Earth's richest cobalt deposits. Yet, its people live in darkness, lacking the electricity that their resources provide to the world. For centuries, the world has looked at Africa, not for what it is, but for what it can take. A continent rich beyond measure, yet perpetually painted as a land of scarcity. A narrative carefully constructed, meticulously maintained. But the truth is buried deep. We often hear of the resources that fuel the modern world. Oil from the Middle East, lithium from South America. But what about the unsung hero, the mineral that powers the electric vehicle revolution? We speak, of course, of cobalt. And the heart of cobalt. The Democratic Republic of Congo. Here, in the heart of Africa, lies a geological treasure trove. Congo possesses over 70% of the world's cobalt reserves. A figure that sounds impressive, doesn't it? But what does that actually mean for the Congolese people? Cobalt from the Congo fuels the batteries of every electric car, every smartphone, every laptop. It propels a global industry worth billions. But in Congo, millions still live without access to basic necessities. Schools crumble. Hospitals lack medicine. And electricity. A luxury for the few. Think about that for a moment. The very mineral that powers the future of transportation, the future of energy, is extracted from a country where the majority of the population lives in the darkness. In 1885, King Leopold II of Belgium claimed the Congo Free State as his personal property. Today, new forms of extraction continue, with new players seeking to benefit. The Democratic Republic of Congo provides the cobalt that powers electric vehicles across the globe. Yet, less than 20% of Congolese citizens have access to electricity in their own homes. Wait, what? The world operates on a tilted axis. A fundamental imbalance, a wound that festers, hidden in plain sight. Look around. Observe the vibrancy, the energy, the potential surging through this continent. Now, look closer. Africa holds approximately 60% of the world's uncultivated arable land. Enough to feed itself, enough to feed the world. Yet, we are importing food. Millions of tons of grain, vegetables, and fruits arriving daily, draining our resources, crippling our farmers. A continent blessed with fertile soil, sustained by the sun, shackled by dependency. Why does this matter? Because food security is national security. Self-sufficiency is sovereignty. Dependence is vulnerability. It matters because a hungry nation is a weakened nation, susceptible to manipulation, open to exploitation. This isn't about charity, it's about justice. It's about empowering our farmers with the tools, the technology, and the infrastructure to cultivate the land and feed our people. It's about breaking free from the chains of reliance and embracing the abundance that is rightfully ours. The consequences of inaction are stark. Mass migration, social unrest, economic instability, a future mortgage to external forces. The time to act is now. To invest in our land, in our people, in our future. To reclaim our agricultural sovereignty. Here's the kicker, friends. In 1963, the Organization of African Unity, now the African Union, pledged to unite Africa into a single economic powerhouse. To control our resources, our destinies, together. And yet, in 2023, 6 decades later, we are still largely dependent on foreign aid and imported goods. Wait, what? So, the next time you glide silently down the street in your electric car, remember the faces of the Congolese miners, toiling in the dark, powering your green future. A future they themselves can only dream of. Africa, the cradle of humanity, now finds itself in a paradoxical position, fueling a global technological revolution while millions of its own citizens remain unconnected to the very electricity it generates. This disparity highlights a deep imbalance in the global economic landscape. It forces us to ask, are we truly building a sustainable future, or simply shifting the environmental burden onto the shoulders of the world's most vulnerable? Join the conversation. Uncover more untold stories and support independent African journalism by becoming an insider member at pornoafric.com/membership.html for just $9 a month. What do you think? Did they hide the truth? Thinking face.